Finally, yesterday, Patchy Mix parted ways with the PFL and will no longer be fighting for them, as you can see, which is great news because Patchy's been trying to get a fight for the past year, complaining on social media and calling out the CEO, Don Davis, but the PFL just wouldn't give him a fight, and they finally agreed to release him yesterday. He's one of the best bantamweights in the world and was the bantamweight champ in PFL and in Bellator for a while. He flatlined Rafion Stotts in a minute with a brutal knee to win the title, but Chito Vera was supposed to fight Mario Bautista, everybody's least favorite bantamweight fighter, for what he did to Jose Aldo, dry humping him for 15 minutes, holding him up against the cage on a pay-per-view main card. But Chito's out of that fight that was supposed to be on June 7th at UFC 316, O'Malley versus Merab, and we've got Patchy Mix stepping in to fight Bautista now. This was confirmed by Magic MMA on Twitter and is a great replacement fight, and is a fighter who has a great chance of shutting down Bautista and spicing up the bantamweight division. We don't really have too many contenders at 135 in the rankings right now, besides Corey Sandhagen, so adding Patchy Mix right into the mix will be great. He's 31 years old, in his prime, so it's awesome to hear that he signed with the UFC and will be making his UFC debut against Mario Bautista in Newark, New Jersey at UFC 316. If he does something huge and finishes Bautista in the first round, he could be immediately lined up for a title eliminator against Peter Yan or something, but I don't think it should be against Sandhagen because I think Sandhagen deserves a title shot next, as long as he's active and willing to fight soon after Merab dominates O'Malley again, or maybe Merab slips on a banana peel and O'Malley's the champ. But then Merab would deserve a rematch, and either way, it's sweet that he's out of the shitty PFL contract where they never allowed him to fight, and he immediately signed with the UFC and will be making his debut in just a few weeks on pay-per-view main card. He could definitely be a real contender in the bantamweight division, and I can't wait to see him hopefully beat the brakes off of Mario Bautista. So it's a pretty big signing for the UFC, and I'm really happy about it. I love adding more to the bantamweight division. It's probably the number one or number two most entertaining division in the UFC in my opinion, or at least the most skilled, so I can't wait to see Patchy Mix in there. I'm trying to hit 10 subscribers, so subscribe if you want. See you later.